Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, yesterday we were not able to produce videos simply because I was busy somewhere at Amidst law courts. That's why I wasn't around to do the updates. But we are back to try and do something because again I'll be rushing to Kakamega, somewhere in Lumakanda, again for a function. Then I'll be back to the studio in the evening. So yesterday, there is something I saw a member of parliament trying to comment as far as the decision that the court had made earlier. The court was very clear on the finance bill 2023-2024. The case was filed last year. Then the matter was determined in the High Court. After that, the parliament was not happy with the decision. The decision was that Finance Bill 2023 was unconstitutional simply because there was no public participation. And the matter has been in the Court of Appeal. Then what happened? The Court of Appeal made a ruling, concurring with the decision made by the High Court. So the High Court decision was upheld. Because of that, we are now in a mess here whereby a government has used illegal way to collect taxes, house levy, pay as you earn and all that. So after this decision, of course, we have seen William Ruto not happy. But above all, the sad comment has come from one Alice Nganga, a member of parliament, who has threatened that they are going to cut down on the judiciary budget if they make such kind of ruling that are unfavorable to the parliament. In fact, he's saying that everyone should stick to their duties and responsibilities. So I wonder how the judiciary is interfering with the National Assembly or legislative duties. I wonder. In my view, everyone is doing their job. This is her statement. I quote her. What is the point of having parliament if the judiciary goes and annuls everything that we have done? Every person should stick to their own duties. If the judiciary doesn't want parliament to exist, we should start by cutting their budget. The very sad part, we should start by cutting their budget. If they feel the pinch of not having money, then they will know their rulings affect the entire nation. Now, William Ruto came with 16%. Uhuru Kenyatta survived with 8%. Judiciary had their budget. Ruto told us to live within his means. But our idea was that the government should live within our means, what we can afford to give them. That is what they should work with. You listen to such kind of statement, then you wonder. She is talking about everyone sticking to their duty. Then you wonder, how is she castigating the judiciary when they stick to their duty? The role of the legislatures is to make laws. And the work of the judiciary is to interpret those laws. When they get it wrong, who are the prefect wow, they go and correct. So, members of parliament took an oath of office. So, when I swear in. The big issue is all about respecting the constitution, upholding the constitution. That is it. Defend the constitution. So in which way is she defending the constitution? When they are wrong and the judiciary is telling them, defend the constitution, you are getting it wrong, it becomes a problem. You know, the current parliament is one of the worst parliaments that Kenya has ever had. This is a house of shortcuts, controlled by executive. And when they are controlled, they go ahead to pass oppressive and unlawful bills. Then we say we have a parliament. The move by Gen Z's Occupy Parliament was one of the best things. And it has not yet settled. Wameshaanza, wameinuka. Wamesahau ni juzi tu vijana walikuwa pale kwa parliament. That was not a joke. So are they telling the youth to go back to the parliament? Or what are they telling them? Because when you forget your duties, then you go ahead to attack another arm of government for doing their work. What are you telling the public? We have 3 arms of government working independently. We have the National Assembly, the Executive, the Judiciary. National Assembly, their duty is to make laws, including finance bill. Ikishakuwa act of parliament, it is a law. They use it to collect taxes. So the work of the legislature is to make laws. The work of executive is to use those laws to govern. And the work of the judiciary is to interpret these laws when the executive get it wrong, all the judiciary, so that they stick to the laws. Iko shida wapi? What we are seeing, people like Alice Nganga, these are backward minds that should not be in parliament. People like this one. Because every time judiciary make a decision, it informs the parliament on how to do it in order they get it right. They normally inform them. This is what you are supposed to do, or go and do 1, 2, 3. And she took an oath of office to uphold the constitution. That is it. So what we are seeing here is a kind of intimidation to the judiciary. They are intimidating the judiciary so that judiciary will buy into their fear and start making favorable ruling that are not within the constitution of or our laws. So when we see such characters speaking from UDA side, we see the president speaking there. We see UDA party, the ruling party speaking. We see the executive speaking. So they speak on these issues because that's what Ruto wants to get out. Huyu ni mwanachama wa UDA, but he cannot speak to it directly. So you use party members to speak to some of these issues. So we are seeing a direct threat from the ruling UDA party to the judiciary. Munataka Gen Z warudi kule tena? Ndio labda mambo yaeleweke ama kunaenda namna gani? It is very sad to have such kind of leaders. I don't know who elected such people into position of power and leadership. Now look at the kind of influence they bring. That when you make ruling, even if we break the law, rule in our favor, because it's all about collecting money that you also need for your budget. Collecting from who? Your money. This is our money, our taxes, not your money. So, the issue of respecting law and order, constitution, it is paramount. Let there be public participation and take serious the ideas from the public before you go and make a finance bill or any other matter. Consider the views from the public. There is no any, need to go to the public, collect the views from the public, then when you come back, you disregard those views. So what was the meaning of going to the public? It means it is a PR exercise. That's where we are, a very sad situation. So, Mambo ya Occupy Parliament might return if these individuals are not safe. They might not believe. They should stop threatening the judiciary. I don't know if but let us meet in the comment section to continue with this discussion. Sorry for that. Thank you so much. And I'll see you in our next video. But please remember to subscribe, like, share, and comment.